Hi guys, and once again welcome to my YouTube channel. And myself, Colin Potter, are here today with Simon Smith, mobile mechanic. So if anything goes wrong with your car, his number will appear at the bottom of the screen later on in the video. Today we're going to build from scratch Simon's Bixler 2 electric aircraft. So we've got the aircraft in the box, we'll unbox that in a moment, and we've got a Spectrum DX6i transmitter, ideal entry for beginners, and the stock motor that comes with the Bixler 2 we're going to swap out with something a bit more powerful. We're going to go for a 2.8 2.2 kilovolt brushless motor. Okay, so first things first, side, I think we'll undo the box.
Undo the box, let's get
undo the box. So we'll put that
the bits
there.
of the box out.
Put that down there. I'll take my shades off. I need to put my spectacles on because I can't see without them. Do you want to undo the box, side?
You're there. Do it.
It's taped together. So Stanley out. And obviously, boys and girls, be very careful with these, they're very sharp. Right, so just nick that. Some tape. And how much was this both side? Delivered? Hobby King. It's about £60, isn't it?
Yeah, somewhere. Can't remember.
So we're going to undo the box. Put that down there out of the way. And Alex, what have you got in the box? Got a spar, which is carbon fibre. That's pretty good. Obviously, we've got a wing. That's sealed, that's sealed. We've got any scissors there anyway? No. Do you want to just quickly
Use them up.
do you want to just zip that across the, take the wing out. We've got another wing here. So I'll wait for Simon to get that one open and out. Cool. Got to do that one. We'll discard the bag. Put that down on the floor for a minute. Don't really care if you see that. It comes pre-built, servos are already in. And we've got this piece of foam here. It's got air brakes. If you want to put air brakes, you just cut these little bits here out and install your own servos. That's if you want to. So first thing we're going to do on each wing is just pop that little wire out. Put this little piece of polystyrene back in, whichever way it went. It's a bit of a puzzle this. There we go. Okay, and then just pop that back in like that for the minute, with that wire trailing out. It's quite a nice build, isn't it? So that's that wing. I think Simon's doing the same. You've got yours done?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like it. Right, put those two over there. What else we've got a nice Bixler manual.
Instructions.
Some instructions, so we'll take them out. Might need those in a minute. And then what else have we got in the box? Oh, we've got some got a propeller and some nuts, bolts and some screws. Got a tail. You want to undo the tail sign? That's pretty good, isn't it? Servos in there. Yeah. elevator. Looks nice. Cool. And that's the elevator.
Got proper hinges on everything as well, haven't they?
Yeah, they've got proper little camera. Can you see that? Proper hinges. Very well made, very well built. I was quite impressed when I put mine together actually. Right, so that's those bits, and then the main bit is the fuselage. Can you not have a little man inside your one? One of them you looked at? A little man.
That's a different model.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. It's 130 quid's worth of it, it's a different model.
Yeah.
I was nearly bought it.
Excellent. Ah.
My drone.
Yeah, your drone.
Is yours the same on the bottom as that?
Yeah, exactly the same. Cushy. Right then. Get rid of that.
First job is?
First job is to put the motor in.
Yeah.
So, pop the canopy off, and then we've got these really long leads that come into this bit. So, up inside there, don't know if you can see that, there's 2 screws.
Oh yeah.
See them?
We want to do them then.
We've got to undo them. Do you want to undo those? Can the camera see that? If you look down up inside there, in the hole, can you see the 2 screws?
Yeah.
If I turn it up on its end, there's 2 screws holding the motor in.
Yeah, I've got it.
They've got to come undone, so there you go, Si, if you like to do that. Crunch.
So it's supposed to crash already.
Already, I'll break out the new motor. Because the motor that comes with the kit that Simon's just removing isn't really as powerful as motor as we'd like. So we've got 25 amps D controller, which will run that quite happily to 2.8. Then we've got a prop kit. Obviously we'll put the propeller on last of all before we actually run anything up. So that's all basically rubbish. That can go down in the rubbish box. And Simon's in there. It's a little bit of a bugger to get at,
That
but
top one, the dick.
yeah, you've got it there.
Oh no! Stuck my finger. Is that you?
That was me, yeah. I'll turn this off while we're doing this, so we don't get any interruptions.
So now, have we pulled a whole lot through the wires on it?
Yeah, just take it all through. That's it. You might have to bring them out one by one because they don't usually go through together.
Oh.
That's one. Two, three. There you go. That's the old stock motor out. It's very nice. I think Phil has got this Bixler 2 motor on his first folding prop Spitfire that flew really nicely, but we can discard that. Right, now we have the tricky bit.
Inserting new one.
Inserting the new one. So basically,
That's going to de-sticker it.
you de-sticker it ready for its
Paint job.
ready for its paint job. Now the only problem is, because these are short and these are long, obviously we've got to get those through there.
Can you...
Okay, and then the speed controller will sit on the top like I've got mine. Yeah. So what we need to do.
On.
Okay. I remember how I did this now. We can't get these 3 wires for the original mount because the back of the motor just won't hit the plate properly. So what we do is
Burn it.
we set fire to it. Warm the end of the screwdriver up. Like so. Should be warm enough. And basically, out there, keep going until we hit the motor mount, which we have done, like that. What I'll do is just bring it forward a little bit. Might just warm it up just a little bit more, yeah? Idea being just put a little bit of an angle on it like that, yeah, and then just go around the edges, just to give it a little bit of a shape, something like that, yeah. Right, put that somewhere safe where it's not going to burn anything. Now we get the motor, hold fuselage, and then obviously drop it in with the spindle forward. Now we should be able to get the 3 little connectors through like this. I've got 2 of them. There should be, I can see it there somewhere, there should be a black one on its way through. Can't see it yet, but we soon will. There it is, like that, yeah. And turn the motor around. So obviously the wires that are coming out of the motor are the same direction as that, yeah. And slide it into the hole, and there we have it. Now what Simon's going to do now is line up the holes inside and put, you want 1 screw up the top and 1 down the bottom. The top one you can get going here, the bottom one you'll probably have to get, you can just see it if you look through that hole in the fuselage, yeah? You see if I just turn it a little bit?
Oh, there.
You see it? Do you want me to do it? Or would you have a
So
go?
I'll have a play. Back.
It's gonna be.
And then I got cheese.
Can you see it?
What's this going for? Top right, I can see a little one there.
There you go, that's one you're going for.
That around about there.
That's it. Yeah, I can feel that taking up. Right, after a bit of a palaver, we've managed to get the two screws in, top and bottom, and now the motor is in there. So we've got our speed controller. So we've got our motor wires coming out the top, like we wanted. Okay. Right.
Are we going to
That's
have
that
a
on.
speed control like so? Or
Yeah.
we're going to have it so it sits inside?
Well, you've got the ring to go through here, so you've not got a lot of room between the top bit and underneath. So you could have it
Glued there.
You could have it glued there, and then I think what I did, I had this coming through here, so I'd know the hole there with it going down through in. But what we could do, we could put the prop holder on. Hold that up, right. Get its baggy bits out. And then there's some, I'll have to get an Allen. I don't give an Allen key with it actually, it seems to be my fault. And then that's got to go.
Was it
Like
the screws
that.
that hold it on, or was it the Allen keys?
Yeah, it's the Allen keys.
Oh, that's the Allen one, there's a bit of swarf in that, huh?
And they go in like that. There's a bit of swarf. Yeah, clear that out then.
Right, need a pokey thing.
The pokey thing. I should have about a bit of cable tie there, and I'll go and get an Allen key to fit that.
Yeah, do it. Clear. Clearly. Do a stop there for
Right
right
there. I have a set of Allen keys. So. One. Getting that right?
Yeah.
Two. Look at this, isn't it? It's a great side, eh? Bit of technological engineering. That's a silver screw which won't go in there. There you go, you want to tighten them up. That's the prop drive on. Also they've got to be pretty good. That's like putting a V8 in a Mini.
I might uprate it to a V12.
Yeah, pull the wings off.
So you go flop on the floor. I can't make wrap these, can you? Damn right.
It's quite tight.
Just lock them in there, shouldn't you?
Well, I think it's pushing.
Make it
Right, okay. Now just for trial and error, a bit too big to break out one of these. that one. It's probably going to be that one. Yeah, I think. It's quite tight, that one. That was too loose. It might be that one. This one's a bit of the air, must be a swarf clearing out. So you just want to clean up, see the inside. It's just got a bit of swarf in it. Okay. Got your finger?
Nice, that. Somewhere there. It's not bloody.
No, go on there, look. That's a good fit. So take that off. And that obviously will only go in the prop one way. So pop him in. We won't put the prop on yet, but we can put the spinnery thing on, make sure it fits. Lovely. And that will tighten all the way down. Yeah. Right, that's the engine installed. Next thing to do, I think, is the tail. Should we do the tail?
Yeah, we'll do the tail.
Right.
Get it in.
Do you want to do the tail?
No, you can do the tail.
Right.
Bit of goo.
Okay. I'll let it unpack. Lots of bits.
Some glue.
Some glue, lovely. Lovely, as I say. Oh yeah, with some glue here first. Puncture the top, like so. And then we have glue. Right. Now, what I did with mine was this one here. As you look at it on the left hand side, this operates the elevator. So it's a good idea is when you put that one on to make sure that that's underneath.
Yes.
Right, so just as a practice fit.
You don't want to put that in first before you put wings on it.
Yeah, that'll go up here. We'll connect that after we put the wings on. That'll be alright, that's fine. So basically you've got a neat little notch there and a notch there, and there's a dead stop, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So once you've got the glue in, you push that in up to a stop like that,
And then it just...
that's it. And as you can see, that
Sweet.
connects to that one.
Yeah.
That one's got to go over the other way to connect to the, so that's got to come up the top like that.
Yeah.
So when the tail goes on, because you're going to do this bit, when that's glued in, see that little footprint
that
there?
locates into there.
That locates into there, and then obviously you put glue along there and there, and then the whole lot sandwiches together. You've got to make sure that when you do it, you close that right the way down. Yeah?
Sweet.
And that is up for that control horn, and underneath for that. Do you want to do that?
I'll get some glue in it.
There we go. So do your elevator first, and I'll hold the body. Do you want a brush so we can just brush it
Shove
in?
on over it.
Yeah, I can get a small brush rather than get it all over your fingers. Just the thing. How are we doing for time on the camera, Matt?
6 minutes 42 seconds.
Is that all we've done?
Yes.
How long have you got remaining?
70 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Right. I'll squidge a lump in there and then just... How long does it take to go off this stuff?
Once you paint it in, give it about 5 minutes, and then Give it a good squeeze. Don't be shy.
You can.
Give it a squeeze. That's it. That'll do. That's it. And then just paint it like that. Look.
Any other nooks and crannies?
Up sides.
And a smidge more in
Yeah,
there?
give me some more. Just another blob. That's it. Lovely.
Take it down the wall.
Yeah, got it.
Gooey.
And then just keep working it into the. Just when you push it in, it'll all spray out anyway.
Squidge one out.
Yeah. So every part's covered. Oh yeah. Right, now do the same with your.
Oh, you're going to do both sides then there?
Yeah, you've got to do that, and then the sides.
In the middle.
Yeah. That's it.
Can you get paintbrush on that? Or do
I can't
you use Evo stick on that? Your one?
Same as you got.
Don't miss that.
Yeah, but the stuff I used was like a yellowy colour, so you can sort of see.
The gooey.
I'll put a little flap there. That's it, I'll just draw that down. I can't see anything. Is that going on there?
Yeah, I think so.
Right,
Is that everything?
that's everything.
Might need a little smidgy bit more than that.
Go on then.
Brush.
How's the filming going, Matt?
It's fine.
You'd like to be a cameraman, you know.
There you go.
Right, do you want me to put it closer or do you want to do it?
Put that there.
Right,
There.
if I hold that up out of the way, and that's got to go right down and push right away forward.
Into there. And okay.
Right, you've gone right past it. That's it. And then make sure that that's
Pretty
pushed
sweet.
down. Is that level?
That's pretty good.
It's gone down, hasn't
Yep.
it? Give it an extra squidge. Right, now do exactly the same for the tail. I'm probably going to use all this tube just on the back end.
Don't give you enough for the job, do they, really?
No. Big dollop on there, that's it.
And
Go
go
like
across
that.
the top.
Yeah, across the top of the elevator. That's it.
Put like that.
That's it.
Lovely.
It's not
Snotty.
and just brush that back that way so you don't brush it onto the. That's it. And then squeeze all that round in there. There we go.
That looks pretty cushy.
Lovely. Nice.
There we go. Quite the same again on that.
Same on your tail.
Surfaces.
Yeah, along there, up there, and just a bit on there. So it's always best to buy yourself an extra bit of Evo stick that Simon's got down there, that, because they never give you enough in the kit. So you've used all that tube just in the back end. Yeah. Loads on there, isn't there?
Yeah, panties.
If you crash on the tail, you know it ain't going to break.
It's going to stay there and it's going to be rather rigid.
Hmm.
Yeah, and the sides as well.
Because you've got something down there.
Sides put on.
Right then, Matt. Cool. A bum bum bum.
do the job, isn't it?
That's it. Lovely. I mean, it's going already, isn't it?
It is,
That'll do that. You ready to slot it in? Just take that out, right? Okay. I've got it.
I think it's down there.
Gone. That's it. Don't be afraid of it. Push it down.
It's going to come over a little bit to you that way. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's better.
You in?
Yeah. Gooey. There's plenty of glue around that.
That's in. Does that look good?
That's pretty good.
Right, what I'll do
Properly
is put
smooch.
finger in there and just
Take the excess off.
go around there like that. Down with jeans. That's what jeans are for, isn't it? A bit round here. Do you want to hold that out of the way? Well, I'll just go round here. Around there.
There's a wee bit on the bottom here, like. If you can
Might
get
dig
it
that,
into the
dig that
brush.
out with the brush, yeah. That's it.
Sweet.
Just wipe that round there. Right, that can stay there. So that's the tail on. Hey Matt,
Yes.
Matthew Poulter's behind the camera. So that looks good.
Sweet.
That looks good. And then what we'll do, before we connect these up, we'll centralise the servos when we pair the radio, yeah? Right, next bit is what we're going to do, put the speed controller on, and then we're going to see this little hole. I'll just point to it. There's a pointer. That's cool now. See down in there, this little hole.
Yeah.
So we're going to hot melt straight through there.
Yeah.
So all this lot
Just drops
can
in.
fall into there, yeah? And then we'll set the speed control on the top. We'll connect it up first of all. So it doesn't matter how you connect it up. We'll just put any old one on there. Because we can
We can do that later.
we can do that later. So we can actually just hang that back a little bit. What do you think?
Sweet.
I mean, we need to get back, we need to drop the wires there for the canopy to go over. So we could poke those wires down inside there. Do you think?
We could do.
Because this one's quite a bit longer than mine. So do you want to do the Bernie hole?
No, you can do that. You're good at that.
You can do it if you want. You want to go in about there, right, until you come into this void here.
Yeah.
Are you zooming in on that, Matt, or are you doing a wide angle?
Zoomed in on it.
I thought you might.
Should be hot.
Right, so we're going to go down.
Great.
There's a bang in the middle. Like that, now obviously.
You'll make it slightly bigger to get the whole lot through.
Yeah, so we're going to go extra big, so extra hot please. We'd probably do an oval.
Yeah, sounds good.
That's getting nice and hot now. Okay, so I'm just going to go in, just do side to side like that. How's that?
Maybe the gas. You want me to go?
You reckon? Not far out, was I? Try and make it as neat as I can. Look at that. Perfect.
Perfect.
Right, put that over there to cool. So, we'll put him in first. Into the bottom. Like that. And then up the throttle. What do they call that bit? I can't remember now. Something. Can't get hold of it. Right, I'll tell you what, pass me those clamps. There you go. Can you get hold of that? I need a bit of wire in there. That's it, putting through, keep going. That's it, lovely, we're in. Right, so the speed control is going to sit there. And then the canopy will sit there like that. That's good. So these little gubbins could go down into it like that. Yeah? We'll train them in a minute. Let me use a bit of Velcro like a mine just to keep that in place. Right. We've got that far, that's it. Right then, so what do you want to do next? Possibly stick
We can stick the spar in, can't
stick
we?
the spar in. So you can do that while I put the kettle on. So basically, once that's in place, your sparry wari goes down the hole like that. Yeah, so basically that's supporting the spar and make sure you keep your cable in that slot, yeah. So you could glue that one in. Wouldn't need much to keep that one in place because that doesn't really do a lot. But the most important bit is gluing this in place because obviously when the wing flexes, okay, when that flexes, that's when it's going to come out. Yeah?
Yes.
What I did with mine is when I put the glue on, I put just glue down there, okay, and along the sides, and then the same with that. And then when I've got it in place, when it's glued in, just push the spar in and out a couple of times just to get rid of excess glue. Yeah, do you want to do that?
Do a pause for a minute and Matthew.
Yeah. So we've just glued one wing spark retainer in, which looks quite nice. Cool. Right, now we do the other wing. Okay. Okay. And don't forget to do your...
Oh yeah, I'm just about to do that, I won't. Get that one done.
Alright. Try not to get any in the
Groove.
where the wing spar goes, because it needs to flex. Bum 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 bum. Boom, 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 boom. So this is your first aircraft build, isn't it, Simon?
Yeah, it is.
A bit on the end, yeah, lovely.
Now, try and glue this side without getting too sticky.
Done it all?
It's all gluey glue.
Looks good, okay.
Do a smidgy on there, I think.
Okay.
Tuck it in there.
That's it.
Try and set the right position.
That's it. Push it all down nice and firm. Look at that. I think you put more on that time.
I think I did. There we go. That.
Right. Just got to run your finger along. That's it.
Do like that.
Alright, perfect. So I think it's coffee break, don't you?
That's it.
Hey much. Yeah. Right. Both wings are done now, so we'll give that 10 minutes, then we can fit the spar and then fit the wings to the aircraft. Right, be back in a second. Are we on?
Yeah.
Alright. So, right, just for people who put this together, we've got the spar retainer glued in place and the spar is in, okay, so that goes up a little hole there, a little twist, push that home, which it is, and then we feed the wing into the fuselage like so, push that little bit of wire in there, and then that little bit of wire goes down in the hole. Right side, can you get hold of that again? Right, just pop the wing in there, just get it like so. Can you see it?
Colin, is on my shirt, please?
Yeah, of course you can, mate. I think that's it, isn't it? Which side of the post are you around?
I'm on the left. As I look at it, I'm on the right.
Right, that's okay. Alright, so just push the wing in a bit more. Like that. Now can you get one more wire through?
It's about there.
That's okay. So that's the left hand aileron. Now we've got to do the same for the right hand one. So if we can poke that
this way now.
over there like that. Get hold of this one.
I'll have a look. Oh.
So, and then just basically push the two together. A little bit more, like that. Get down the hole. Same thing, see if you can push up and pull that one through on the other side of that post.
I can see it. Went the wrong way. Keep doing it. See it, but it's on the wrong side of the post.
It's starting to look like an aeroplane now.
Well, that one was going down the same side as that one.
Got him?
Yeah.
Right, what do I push these two together? Go and do this.
Doing that spiral over it.
It's tight, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit too much, isn't it?
There we go. And you can get hold of the back bit without putting any tension on the. Won't get hold of it. We're home. Alright, if you can pull that wire through. So we've got two screws that we've got underneath here.
Is that there?
Got him?
Is that there?
Okay, good. Right. Next thing to do, there's two long screws in the packet, which we now have got to go. One in there, look. See that, Matt? One in there and one in there. And the holes are lined up, look through there, you can see the two holes on.
Yeah, all lined up.
Just pucker.
Got the tiniest bit of battery now.
Yeah, okay. How much battery have we got left?
It's just like 1
1 minute.
It's just all the bottom half, all the top bit's gone. It's got one bottom bit, and that's the last drop of battery we've got.
Okay, we'll change batteries in a minute. So what we're going to do now is going to put two screws up through here, which will hold the wings in place. So if you want to pause. Right then, guys. Wings now on. As you can see. Haven't sent the servos up yet. We'll do that in a minute. And we've got the wires going through for the both ailerons into the cabin. So what we're going to do now is put the receiver in. Is that my job, is it?
It is.
Right, what we're going to do is bind it with your radio first.
You need a battery then.
We can use, yeah, we need a battery. Where's the batteries? Batteries. Did I bring the batteries now?
Batteries are still up there.
Are they what, on the mixer?
They're not on the.
Are they on the mixer? Yeah, pause it a sec, I'll go and get the battery.
I was pissing around with this, right? I haven't been doing this.
Yeah? And it went all out to the top?
No.
Oh.
I think, have I looked upside down here? That's better. I went like that, yeah?
Yeah.
And it went right up on it. How the hell did it do that then?
Ah, weird.
Ain't gonna do it
You've
now.
got it upside down, that's why.
No, look. So there's the edge, it'll pick up on that
Yeah.
edge. Oh, the other way around. No, that's the way around, isn't
Yeah,
it?
you must have hit it really hard.
I don't know, I just hit it and it took off, didn't it? I'm gonna do it now.
No. Really?
No, just getting it right on the screwdriver so I don't break it too much. No, I ain't gonna do it
No, never mind.
now.
You get that on film?
I got it.
Right. Cool. Now you can unwrap your batteries.
Some batteries.
Battery.
Yeah, look where they came from. They didn't come from Hong Kong, they came from
Stains.
Staines.
You reckon we took
So
some?
whether they had to
They
wait
shipped
for
them in probably.
Probably, yeah. Two. Lipos. You're on a bit of an angle there, Matt. Try and hold the camera straight. That's it.
Okay,
Great.
battery.
The battery 2.2. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Right, we've got receiver AR400. You've got your bind lead.
It's right there.
Okay, right. So basically, I don't know if you can see that, but on the radio, on the receiver, you've got. Can you read that out? Because my eyes, I can't see. There we go. You can see now.
That's the bind.
Bind, and then we got throttle, elevator. Sorry, throttle, aileron, elevator, and rudder. So we need to put the bind plug
And bind plug hole.
in the bind plug hole. If I can. It's always a bit fiddly this. There we go, that's in the bind. Now the next thing we do, we connect the throttle, which is this one here, yeah? That goes, pretty light again. That goes into the throttle. Throttle, 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 throttle. It's right next to it, look.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Now we break the radio out. Running out of room now. Put that down there. Try it just like that. Cheers. Okay, there you are. Brand new in the box. But it's now out of the box now. Alright, so always put the throttle to 0. I should imagine we've got a Delta on there at the moment, so we want to do a new model. Okay. So we go into our main, down to model select, and we've got Delta wing on there. Can you see that? Because at the moment we've got just the one aircraft, the Delta wing on there. Is the camera picking that up?
Yeah, it's got it.
So all we do is go to model 2, right, press the button, right, and now that's a clean model now. So we don't have to do anything for the minute. All we do is we connect up the battery. Now all we've got to do is bind the transmitter to the receiver. We've got our bind plug into the bind port on the AR400, and we've got our ECU back lead, which is the throttle lead into the throttle. So throttle's down on the radio. There's a little toggle switch at the back that we use to bind it. So everything's off. We connect the power to the ESC. The receiver light, you can see there, is flashing away. So we hold the button up at the back there, turn the power on, and we keep holding it. The receiver goes off, let go of the button, and now we're bound. So all we've got to do now is connect up the right and left ailerons, the rudder and the elevator servos to centralise them. And if you notice on the radio we've got a new model which I explained earlier, and all the settings are in the middle except for this one down here. So we set all the trims to 0, okay, except for we can drop the throttle down just as a safety precaution, but when we fire it up we're not going to have the prop on. So what we'll do now, we'll turn the radio off, okay, that goes out, we'll remove the bind lead, okay, and now what we do, we connect up the ESC to the various leads on the motor. It doesn't matter in which order. Let's unplug that because she's beeping away. Right. Radio always goes on first, throttle always down, connect up the battery. Did you get all that?
Yeah, got all that.
Okay. So that works fine. We'll just check see if we're going the right way. It's going that way. So where's your prop? There's your propeller.
There's a propeller.
So that is going that way and that's pushing. Yeah? So that's right. Okay. High five.
What kind of high five was that?
Yeah, what kind of high
That
five?
was a bit queer, wasn't it?
It's a bit weird. It's working. Right, let's disconnect the power. Now we need to connect the ailerons, which is that one there, is that right? This light's crap, isn't it, really?
Go and get a torch.
There's one upstairs. Is that ailerons?
Could be. Elevator's next.
Right, so we're going to mix lead and we're going to connect these two. There. Now they're footprinted, obviously. These are JR, but they're JR actually. I don't think JRs are footprinted.
There's another lead there somewhere to your...
So we're going to go, just match the colours up that. I've got it wrong way around. Can you see that, Matt?
Yeah.
So I'll just flip it over. Like that. Make sure it's nice and home. And then we've got brown, brown, yeah? Do the same with the other lead. That one out of the way. This one's a bit tight to get hold of for some reason. Fiddly fiddly. Try not to drop it. Right. The brown is on that side. So here we go. Those two are in, okay? Now we connect that to the aileron, which is that one there. Like so. Oop, missed it. Right next to the throttle. There we go. Right, now we can redo the power. Actually, we can connect them all up.
Might as well connect them all up.
Yeah, so next we've got, that's the ailerons done. Now this one here runs down to the rudder. Yeah? You agree with that?
That's good.
Right, so that's got to go right to the top rudder. There he is. Can you get that, Matt? Isn't my big fat head in the way?
I'm getting it.
Okay, right, and the last one obviously, what that was, stuck to my Velcro off. Same way round, brown, or orange to the bottom. Slip him in there. Right, be careful not to bend any pins. There we go. They're all connected. Right, now we can centralise all the servos before we connect the horns. So grab hold of that, radio's on, and we should hear some twitching. There we go. Right, and wait for him to mix up. So we've got, see the rudder arm moving? Yeah, that's rudder. See over there? Yep. Right, control parameters in the middle. Then we've got ailerons. Control parameters in the middle. So they look pretty good actually, don't they? But that one's a bit high, but now this is in the middle, we can you know, trim them in with the horn. And then we've got elevator, which should be,
Yep, that's good.
that's fine. Right, so what we're going to do now, I'm going to switch off. Right, so all the servos are now centralised. We've got the transmitter bound with the receiver. The engine's going in the right direction. So if we pause the video, Matt, we'll carry on and do the rest of it. Okay, ready? Right. What we've done, like I say, we've centralised the servos, adjusted the arm which connects to the horn. Now the control surface on this particular side is flat, and we've used a lightweight cable tie just to hold those two together for a safety precaution. Okay, that's it. Right, that's the end of the build for now, guys. It's all assembled. I think I showed you a couple of the bits and bobs with the control horns. Oh, if I come down here a bit, like I say, what we've done before is just put a little lightweight cable tie around these horns here, just to make sure that they don't come undone. All the control surfaces are dead flat, and I don't even see that. If we look on the radio, where are we? So you can see that. You can see that the trims are set to 0. And one thing which is a good idea to check is that if you hold the plane up and line the tail up with the wing, just make sure it's as straight as possible. You see that's very slightly off to the left, but we can adjust that and just make sure the tail's vertical. So I think we're all ready for a maiden. Yeah, so it's all good. So the next video will be the maiden flight of Simon Smith's Bixler 2, and as soon as that video is finished, I'll put that up and see whether we get a bag of bits or a good flight. Well, anyway, cheers for watching, guys, and see you soon for the maiden flight of Simon Smith's Bixler 2. Cheers and see you for now.